I'm also really interested in, if you look at games, some of my favorite games ever, like Dark Souls, um, they do really fun stuff with dodging, right? Uh, and generally it's used defensively. And dodging can be really fun. There's really cool stuff you can do with it. I'm really interested in the idea of offensive dodging in a game. So you can see here that the character is able to, uh, if it's great, he's able to sort of dodge around, and if he dodges in the air, he can sort of take himself back to the ground really quickly. Or this character dodges whilst he's not pressing a direction, which just dodges you straight back down, which is essentially a stomp. Um, but I like the idea of trying something like this, where if you dodge into another character in a game like Dark Souls, it's just not part of the system, and you would just kind of collide with their collider and then sort of stop, and that would be that. Um, but what if you could make that really physical? So you just kind of smack into them and bounce off each other, and you can actually use that as a tool for sort of kicking people into obstacles, or just creating some distance, or knocking them away from the weapon that they've dropped or whatever. I also like the idea of uh, creating a sort of Mario world sensibility to things, where you could sort of dodge down onto someone's head and that could bounce you up. And if you get enough height, that can actually be something that's quite lethal, and you can actually smash the person. Um, and yeah, that kind of comes into play a little bit in some of the scenarios that I'm outlining later on.